See, the only reason why Jen jumped on here was hoping to get on Tiffany's good side. That's why she made that statement about my sister doing the best she can because she's trying to charm her up because she knows. My sister knows. Yeah, that's why she doesn't like Jen. Really, my sister don't like me. If she had the chance or anything about Jen that was likable, my sister would already have been friends with her. Now Tiffany is better at manipulation. So, and a lot of those people started charming up to her just because they thought she was innocent because she wasn't the driver, she wasn't in the vehicle, and that's exactly how Tiffany wanted it to look. But I'm telling you, I was there that night and picked Tiffany up, and I was paying attention to everything she was doing. And if she was really worried about those kids, she would have went a different direction. She deliberately went the opposite direction for a reason. She was buying time. She deliberately diverted me away from this situation. Yes, who do you think she was with? She was with me. I'm the person she called. I'm the person that took her around. It wasn't her friends. It wasn't anybody that she was dating, if she was dating anybody, because she was talking to me about getting back together while I was running her around, and I told her no. She even tried to use the kids would really wanted us together. I said yes, they did, but I'm not getting back with you. That's what pissed her off. And then she started doing more stuff. So did her mother, so did David, which showed me that all three of them were a part of it. You guys were not there to see what my son was doing after he had just went through a horrific car accident with his siblings, thinking it's funny, trying to rub it in my face, trying to antagonize me with my friend that passed, which was Tony. His own mother laughing, smiling, saying how she was so happy that she could buy Marlboros now that Tony was gone. But of course, there was only one person there to see that night. And I'm surrounded by the people that did this. David tried to drown his siblings in a pool after he come home from whatever the hell CPS put him through. And of course, it gets blamed on his dad, not on his mom, even though that's a possibility. Not on CPS and what they subjected him to with Miss Jones and all the other crazy people that they put him with, or the fact that he tried to wreck a whole school bus that his last foster parent didn't tell us anything about because she didn't want him going back. Wow. His mom pulled the same thing. That's why we ended up breaking up, really. That's what really caused it at the end. Because when I found out she was cheating, she played the sweet and innocent role, but jealous on Facebook, and then tried to sweet talk me into working on things. And I told her, "You're going to have to show me a lot." And I said, "We'll see how it goes." Because I told her she could stay here until she found a place. That way she didn't have to go to her mother's, and she knew it. And the reason I didn't want my kids around her mother is because her mother had already shown to be very dangerous towards my children. And that's the same reason Tiffany didn't want her mother around, and she is on record stating that multiple times. And you all can try and say that I coerced all this all you want. Nope, you need to talk to the right people. Tiffany did that on her own. Tiffany even yelled at me when I said it's been long enough. Maybe you do need to smooth things over with your mom. And that was in Cedar Hill. She got so mad at me. But then she goes and smooths stuff over with her mom, and then more stuff starts. So see, I tried to mend things. I tried to get her mom to settle down and behave. But no, Tiffany gets all the credit, even though she didn't do any of it. She didn't do any of the working. She didn't do any of the raising the kids. The only thing she did here was put the kids on the bus in the morning. That was it. She didn't even feed them breakfast. Oh, you can get it at school. What? That's not the way we work things. But of course, you know, I guess that's just society now, right? The woman has automatically believed that she did everything right and the man has done everything wrong because men are just pieces of shit. Nope. I was the exact man that every woman out there says that isn't out there. And these women have done these things. Nobody listens. And now I look like something that I'm not. All because of that right there, believing a delusion. Y'all are right. It's hearsay from both sides, ain't it? Till you start looking into it and really digging into all the details. Then you start finding out who's really telling the truth. I have nothing to lie about. Nothing. And remember, when I dated these women, cell phones with cameras and all that just started coming into popularity. When I was with Bethany and Jen, cell phones were popular and they had cameras, but they weren't video. They were just snapshots. And I didn't even use it for that. I think I had one phone that had a camera on it at that time. And she ended up blowing the bill up on that. It was 2 blue ones. Ended up costing us all kinds of money and I shut them off. I paid off the bill and let it go. That was Jen. Yeah, Elkton. Yep. Oh, my cousin Vern lived with us, and he can tell you the stories, buddy. Oh yeah, that girl. Yeah, man, she went down to our property managers, the ones we pay rent to, and got rent money back behind my back. And I went down the next month, thinking, shit, I'm good. I already paid last month. I'm good this month. So I go down there to pay it, and my property manager tells me, hey, what about last month? I said, what? I already gave that to you. And she said, yeah, I know, but Jen came down here and said that you guys needed it for something for the kid. And I gave it back to her. I said, excuse me? You did what? And she's like, what? I wasn't supposed to do that? I said, no, don't ever do that again unless you talk to me. So now, Jen went behind my back, got rent money back, even though she has money from me. Y'all, she wasn't some poor orphan. She had money from me. I don't get it. Why would you touch that? That is our home. Leave it alone. I thought that hurdle was done. But no, I'm the problem. The only one that actually beat himself up every day, burned himself to a crisp, broke his hands, ripped the skin open, just to give these guys some money in their pocket and keep a roof over their head and do anything they said they wanted, even though they were a lying piece of shit the whole time. But yeah, yep, you're right, I'm the problem. Bunch of spoiled ass little girls that don't even know what reality is, but yeah, I'm the problem. Guess that's what makes me the problem. I should have seen that, huh? That makes them innocent? No, it doesn't. These women did this because they were lazy. That's the bottom line. They were lazy and lied because of what they were doing. That's what started every mess in each situation. And they just wouldn't stop. Cover up other lies, they did other things. To cover up other lies, they did other things. And they're not putting it on me. That's all I got to say about that.